Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and here on this corner of the internet we like to talk about fiber arts, reading, and a little bit of lifestyle. Today I am going to be trying to crochet cables. This is not a tutorial, I just want to put that out there right now. Crocheting cables is very different. I've never knitted cables, and honestly I'm a little too afraid to try. I've tried crocheting cables one other time. I did buy a pattern I bought a beautiful pattern for an all-over cabled sweater, and I started it, but I just don't have enough yarn to finish it. That's a whole thing, but I have tried it before. It's not hard, it's just a matter of really paying attention to what you're doing. So I picked out a couple different things off of Pinterest, and I may have to watch some YouTube videos on how to crochet cables, but I have some kind of scrap cream yarn here and a 5.5mm crochet hook. And yeah, this year in 2024, I really want to make a Taylor Swift cardigan, a cabled Taylor Swift cardigan for myself. And the cables, I don't want to say are difficult, but they look difficult since I've not done it before. So I just want to practice, do some swatches, and kind of see how it goes. I think cables are so elegant and pretty, and I also like how squishy they are. And I think that you don't see a lot of crochet cables, so I think that they're really unique in that way. And maybe I'll do a video on learning how to knit cables someday, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna put in some photos of the kind of cables that I'm trying to look at, and then if I do end up watching any YouTube videos, I'll try and link those down below. But if this sounds interesting to you, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fiber related content like this. We're all about learning, and so let's go learn some cable crochets. Okay, so here's where I am with the first swatch. You can't see it very well. I don't know, I think I need to keep working. It's really not that hard though. It's mostly just front post, double, treble, and then, so double crochets, treble crochets, and then double treble crochets. I also just don't know if this is the right yarn. This is just some acrylic from my stash, but we're just gonna keep going. I'm using a 5/5 crochet hook, and yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep going. So
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
here's where I'm at now. I just did another 2 rows. I feel like the single crochets are almost, what are the words I'm looking for? The other time that I've done cables, it was a half double in between each one. And I feel like, especially since we're working with treble crochets and they're not all just doubles, I feel like maybe half doubles would be better, but I don't know because I don't know enough. Story of my life, I just don't know enough. But I don't know, we're gonna keep going. How many rows is this swatch? It's only like 15 rows. Well, I guess, yeah, no, 15. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will come back when I'm done with the swatch and we'll talk about it more. Okay, so I have some swatches to share with you. I've been working on these for I think a little over an hour. I used just some scrap acrylic yarn from my stash, and here's what I have. Oh, they look so much better in the light. Is this upside down? Yeah, it is. So this one's a long cable with some extra little detailings. I think this one's my favorite for sure. I have done a long cable before, so this wasn't anything that I wasn't familiar with. I also really like the little crosses, or like the little twists on the side. And then this one I found to be very difficult, especially in the beginning. Down here, I don't know what was going on, but like my posts are a little wonky, but as I kept going it definitely got easier. My tension also got tighter, like down here feels so loose compared to up here. If I had the time and energy I would also block these out, but I understand that like they'll lay flat when they're blocked, so it's kind of crunched right now. And then this last one was actually the most difficult. This one is a diamond pattern, but it was done with, instead of single crochets in between like the other two were. It's like, see how tight that is? This one did double crochets in between, so there's a lot more like air up in there. It also worked, so like you go one way and you're doing, you know, front post double crochets, then you would go back the other way and you'd be doing back post double crochets technically. I really like this, but it definitely was a little bit challenging in a way that like I don't really want to do it again. But especially at first with this one, I was like, oh my gosh, like, do cables just not work with acrylic yarn? Do I need to only do it with wool? But it looks really good. So I mentioned at the beginning of the video I want to make a Taylor Swift cabled sweater, or not sweater, cardigan. And I just like worry that I don't have enough wool. So I have 5 skeins of Lion Brand Fisherman's wool in the colorway Birch Tweed, which I do believe they are discontinuing, which is so unfortunate. I have, with all 5 of these, 1,740 yards, and this calls for an H, but I think I'm going to do it with an I, especially if I'm single crocheting and doing cables. So I guess we're just going to give it a shot. Yeah, I'm just worried about running out. That's my thing, but like at the same time, I don't know. Alright, hi again. I was going through the footage of my cables video and I realized I didn't really have any sort of like ending to it. There was nothing that really resolved from it. So I left off talking about how I didn't feel I had enough of this Lion Brand Fisherman's wool in Birch Tweed. I definitely don't. This is the first panel of my Taylor Swift cabled cardigan. It's going to be a large drop shoulder and this took an entire skein of yarn. So I found on Amazon that they were selling it, so I ordered 5 more skeins. Those are supposed to be coming Monday, and so I'm already on the second panel, and I really like the way that these cables are turning out. I decided to do a double crochet and then do double trebles for all of the cables. I think that it's just turning out really well. So there's definitely still more to be done. I still need to figure out how to like diamond cable properly, since it is so, like, the nice thing about this is that it's all, it kind of all stay in their own lane. It's like, okay, you know, you need an area of 2 to do this twist, an area of 4 to do that twist, and does that make sense? Whereas the diamond one would take a lot more planning, because I need to be able to do this however many times. So yeah, but yeah, that's, I guess, like, in terms of like the really basic cables, I think I got them down. I very much enjoyed doing this. Cables are yarn eaters though. I would say if you were going to do an entire sweater or cardigan with cables, even if it's not to like this, even if it's like not as big as like I'm making this cardigan, I recommend maybe doubling what you need or what you think you'll need. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I hope this video was entertaining in any sort of way. Don't forget to leave a comment below on what crochet thing you're working on learning, and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Join our little community. I would love to have you. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.